Hey there, welcome to my Ninja Turtles channel. Hope you're having a great day. The fall of the Foot Clan sure is over, and now it is winter. It is cold outside, but tonight's show, let me tell you, it's gonna be hot. Got a lot of cool stories to cover, got a lot of Ninja Turtles news and Ninja Turtles stories to go over, and I'm happy you are here to go over the stories with me. So type a T in the chat, like the video, Mutation Nation. Get excited, it's gonna be a great show. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's go! Welcome to my Ninja Turtles channel. It's 7 p.m. in the Big Apple, and this is the Ninja Turtles Show. Cowabunga! Your weekly live stream every Turtle Tuesday covering Ninja Turtles news, toys, cartoons, movies, comics, and more. Whatever the show we want. Old Turtles, new Turtles, anything. And today's show is no different. Today's show, we have a lot to go over. Some Brazilian statues from Iron Studios. We're also going to be talking about some dollar store figures, just in time for the holidays. Nice little stocking stuffers. The most professional, thorough fan art I have ever seen. A 10-artist collaboration. As well, we're going to talk about the holiday schedule, we're going to talk about the Christmas shows coming up, and a couple more things, a lot more things. So thank you for joining me, Mutation Nation. Press the like button. Press subscribe to my Ninja Turtles channel. Thank you for joining me. It's going to be a great show. I'm excited you're here. I'm happy you're here. Follow me here on YouTube and also rumble.com/myninjaturtles channel. And follow me on Twitter, my TMNT channel. It's going to be a great show. I wanted to let you know before we get started. First of all, let me say hey to everyone in the chat real fast. Got Papyrus, TMNT Fan 47, Pickle Pap, Gen X Catholic, Big and Soft Raffy, SR Striker, Toidle, Serena Sparkle Brony TV, hello, JRR24, Bonjour, SR Striker. The crew is here. The crew has assembled. 7 p.m. in the Big Apple. Thank you for joining me. So, wanted to mention, I do a live stream every Saturday. In addition to this, every Tuesday live stream, I do a show every Saturday. And we've been doing Christmas shows leading up to Christmas. Every Saturday leading up to Christmas, including Christmas Eve day. And I wanted to go over the last show. It was pretty cool, and I just wanted to give you a little teaser in case you missed it. It was a pretty fun show. It was a pretty good show. It was a Turtles Christmas show. And we went over a story, believe it or not, from Ladies' Home Journal. There was a Ninja Turtles comic back in Ladies' Home Journal. 'Twas the Fight Before Christmas. We went over that. It was cool. We also went over a couple other things. Tales of the TMNT, Volume 2, Number 40. Great story called Silent Night. It's about Raphael finding a baby, and Raphael has to take care of a baby all in the future, all on Christmas Day in Tokyo 2060. And it's nice, Raph makes friends with a little baby girl. We also talked about the Super 7 holiday Christmas figures, really cool figures. These came out, they were $75 last year. I saw them available online, $25 new. $25 for the 4 figures, and they come in a stocking, so I thought that was a good deal. Compared to $75 last year on eBay new, $25. And they're cool figures, little candy cane weapons. Goes perfect with a little slice of candy cane pizza. Perfect for the holidays, perfect for Christmas, perfect for wintertime. Candy cane pizza with little peppermints. So we went over those figures, and we talked about some ornaments, some 3D printed custom Ninja Turtles ornaments. So there was a lot of variety on the Christmas show last Saturday, and there's going to be another Christmas show this Saturday, so make sure to tune in this Saturday for a Ninja Turtles Christmas show every Saturday leading up to Christmas. So that was the Christmas review. That's what we did last Saturday, and we're going to do the same thing next Saturday. And I also want to let you know I have some things coming up towards the end of the year. Back in 2021, I made some predictions about 2022, and we're going to see if my 2022 predictions came true at all. Made these predictions back in December of 2021. May have even done the video back in November of 2021, so they're old predictions about 2022, and we'll review those old predictions, see if they came true, see if I was right or if I was horribly wrong. Think it's going to be a mix of both, and we'll also make some new predictions about 2023 for the Ninja Turtles. What will 2023 hold for the Ninja Turtles in 2023? We know it's going to be the 20th anniversary of the 2003 show, and we know the Seth Rogen movie comes out, so we're going to talk about all that stuff and make some predictions about 2023. And if you haven't seen the 2022 prediction video, check it out. It's on the channel somewhere, and we'll probably go through and just watch it on the next stream. So if you haven't seen it, we'll go over it anyway. And I would also like to do one last piece of business here on my Ninja Turtles channel that I wanted to cover. I want to do 2022 Ninja Turtles year in review. I wanted to do a full year in review and talk about everything Ninja Turtles that happened this year, and talk about everything that went on this year from January all the way through December, and talk about everything that happened. And we'll even call it a little award show, an end of the year awards show. How about that? So it'll be 2022 TMNT best of the year in review awards or something. I'll come up with a better name than that. The TMENTs or something like that. The TMEs I don't know. That doesn't sound good, but I'll come up with something better than that. The Shelleys. I don't know. That doesn't sound cool either. But year in review, best of. Another little thing we're going to do sometime before the end of the year. I'll let you know when it's coming up sooner. But just wanted to let you know I have a couple tricks up my sleeve. I got a couple tricks in my shell hidden. So of course, it's December. I wish you all a turtle Christmas. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good week. I can't believe it's Tuesday already. I can't believe it's Tuesday. Another week went by so fast. I wanted to go over the Twitter story we did last week. Ninja Turtles, TMNT has still not tweeted. And kind of went off about that for about 20 minutes last week. And I've been stewing on it for a week. And Nickelodeon hasn't tweeted either. I talked about this for a little bit last week, 15, 20 minutes, and a little bit of a heated conversation, if you could say. Kind of went on a rant, maybe you call it that, whatever you want to call it. I've been stewing on it for a week, and I gotta say, I don't really take anything back. I stand by everything I said, but some of the stuff probably didn't come across so well, and the personal attacks were probably unnecessary. I really can't take anything back. The show happened the way it happened. The show, that's the way it is. It wasn't perfectly articulate, wasn't perfectly well spoken. Wish I could be a little more articulate speaking off the cuff, but that's the way things happen sometimes. So wanted to talk about the Twitter story last week. My Ninja Turtles channel is now on Twitter, my TMNT channel. So it's a little bit of an exciting story last week, and like I said, I don't have to love everything Ninja Turtles. I'm allowed to criticize people, but some of the personal attacks I made were unnecessary and really just made me look silly. They were unprofessional, and they didn't come off the way I thought they would. It was a little bit silly at times, a little bit immature. So just wanted to say a few nice things about the people I spoke about last week. Gave these people some tough love, but they are Turtles fans. I love these people. I have love for them. I want them to do well at their jobs, and I want them to be happy. I want them to do good for themselves and for the Ninja Turtles. So what's good for them is good for the Ninja Turtles, and what's good for the Ninja Turtles is good for them. So wanted to go over a couple things really fast, and just wanted to say a few nice things for them. They're Turtles fans as well. They work on the Turtles as a day job, and I'm jealous of that. They get paid. They have a significant audience. So first person I wanted to talk about, Brian Robbins, the CEO of Paramount Pictures and Nickelodeon. He probably caught the most flack, but he is the CEO. So he's the buck stops here. He's the one ultimately responsible. Other people can make excuses, but he's the guy. So wanted to say a few nice things about him. I called him a bald boomer, and I said he was out of touch. So I was on fire last week. He is bald. He is a boomer, and he is out of touch. But I hope to be bald one day. It's cool to grow up. It's cool to be bald. It's cool to grow up. But he is out of touch. I don't like all the political stuff they throw in there with the Ninja Turtles. And I called him a loser. He's not a loser. I bet he's a nice guy. It's hard to be successful without being personable and charismatic. And if I claim that he's responsible for stuff I don't like Jenica being a lesbian and all the other, Ninja Turtle drag queen stuff, if he's responsible for that, that means he's also responsible for The Last Ronin. And I do like The Last Ronin. It also means he's responsible for the Cowabunga collection. So I'm going to give the guy some criticism for all the political stuff, the drag queen and lesbian stuff in the comics. I think it's a little much. I think it's a little corny. But gotta give him credit where it's due. Like the Last Ronin and Cowabunga collection. So that's that. That's Brian Robbins. Next person wanted to talk about. And also, by the way, he directed Good Burger. He was the director and producer of Good Burger. So he's been with Nickelodeon for a long time. I didn't know he directed Good Burger. That's an old movie. It's a cool movie. It's a funny movie. And, you know, everyone can do good things and bad things. And, you know, I love the guy no matter what. I want the best for him. And I forgive him for all the weird stuff he's doing. I think it's important to do that. Next person I wanted to talk about is the girl who did the Casey Jones fan art, where Casey Jones is a one-legged Indian, where Casey Jones is Native American and has a disability. And I edited the picture. She included some more stuff about his personality. April's best friend. Looks like an underwhelming gamer, but is surprisingly good at hockey. Makes everything a joke. Freshman in high school. His and April's friendship is just them fake insulting each other. So the person who did the fan art added more to Casey Jones' character other than just a fake leg and being Native American. So the person who did the fan art, I forgot to give them a shout out last week too. It's someone named Jaya. This is their Tumblr, iliveundeраrock.tumblr.com. And it says, you know, Jaya. And this is their page and a lot of fan art. And Jaya has done some other Ninja Turtles fan art. And it has April here as Indonesian American. So another race change, spunky and spontaneous. Her parents were killed in a flood 5 years ago. Ditches school to tag along with the TMNT. Dating Karai. She's a hopeless romantic, close to Donnie because he was the first of the TMNT to actually treat her nicely, likes to be chaotic with Mikey and Leo. So another, April is Indonesian and she's dating Karai in this fan art. So another thing, not necessarily for me, but just wanted to give this Jaya fan art some credit and a little bit of a shout out. And also Karai, Japanese, April's cool NB partner, they, them. And I looked up NB, and NB is non-binary. So they, you know, they did a lot of the stuff that I'm not a fan of with this fan art, but the art is good. I really like the way Casey Jones was drawn. Casey Jones' smile. I like his smile a lot. Casey Jones was drawn really well. Great smile. And you got Karai here, non-binary. Good fighter and get along with Raph, other stuff. So that was the girl who did the fan art. Wanted to give a shout out to her. iliveundeраrock.tumblr.com. And she added a lot of personality in addition to the unique fan art. So just wanted to say this person is, you know, these people, I gave them some criticism, some tough love last week, but they're good in my book. And I want the best for them. Next, I wanted to talk about Seth Rogen. Mr. I don't want to make movies starring white people, Seth Rogen. So, I gotta say, Seth Rogen may not agree with his comments, hiring on race, the anti-white comments. You know, definitely don't agree with him with that. That's not good. I love everyone. I have love for all people. I even have love for Seth Rogen. And I wanted to talk about Seth Rogen's pottery, because Seth Rogen's pottery is really good. Seth Rogen's pottery is great, and it's undeniable that it's great and it's interesting. And he does it on his own. He does it by himself. It's just Seth Rogen and the clay. He doesn't have a team of people. He doesn't have a Hollywood. He doesn't have a big Hollywood team. There's not a crew. There's not a camera crew and production assistants and gaffers and best boys. It's just him and a clay, and he creates these pots out of nothing. And he builds them by hand. It's just his hands and the clay, and he forges these pots. You know, he forges these out of nothing. And he even does the glaze. He did this porcelain sake set, and it's really amazing. He creates them out of nothing. He's talented. There's no denying it. And I gotta say, you know, I have my issues with Seth Rogen, and I don't take anything back I said last week. I stand by it at all. I apologize for nothing. I concede nothing. I meant everything I said. But if the new movie from Seth Rogen in 2023 is half as interesting and half as unique and colorful and exciting as bold, colorful and exciting and bold and daring as this pottery, we're in for a really good time if the movie is half as crazy as this pottery. So I'm excited about that. And like I said, Seth Rogen, not, you know, don't agree with everything he does. I don't have to. And that's the way it goes. It's fine. That's good that way. Next. So Mutant Mayhem, August 4th, 2023, Seth Rogen. Next, I wanted to talk about Sophie Campbell, the transgender author of the IDW comics. Sophie kind of gets thrown under the bus for a lot of stuff, I would say. But Sophie Campbell handled the moments after issue 100 really well. There was a lot of sensitive, delicate moments that were handled really well. The turtles are sad. The turtles are miserable in the issues after issue 100. It's palpable. The turtles are just miserable. It was sad to read. And Sophie Campbell was originally brought on for a 12-issue run, and Sophie Campbell is on 35 issues right now. So imagine you go in for a work shift, you go in for a 12-hour shift, and suddenly you're there stuck at work for 35 hours. So Sophie Campbell had to roll with the punches. Sophie Campbell had to stretch a lot a bit. Tom Waltz was working on The Last Ronin, so Sophie Campbell kind of just got stuck with the main ongoing series while the other guys, Kevin Eastman and Tom Waltz, were working on the Star Last Ronin. So Sophie Campbell had to roll with the punches and did a really great job extending Sophie Campbell's run from 12 issues to 35 issues. So gave a little flack to Sophie Campbell last week as well, and wanted to give Sophie Campbell some credit. You know, like in the issues after 100, Leonardo gardening, these scenes hit me really, really hard. I really associated with Leonardo when he was gardening, and these scenes were really well done. Leonardo's in his own world, and he just went through a tough time, and he's just looking for some control. He's just looking for some peace and stability. And Leonardo's a leader. He just wants to nurture something. He just wants to nurture something and help it grow. Leonardo's a leader. He wants to water these plants. He wants to take care of these plants. And this is how he takes care of his students, his karate students as well. Leonardo's a leader, and this is how he wants to take care of his team. He wants to nurture them and help them grow. He's a leader, and he wants the best for his plants, and he wants the best for his students. And he's productive. He's learning. And these stories, the issues after 100 were done really, really well. They were very tasteful. They were beautiful, the art and the story, and they really affected me. And I started gardening after I saw this. It really just hit me. And I was one of those corny people that started gardening during coronavirus. I was one of those kind of corny, tacky people, and it's really relaxing. And I'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. So that hit me really hard. Wanted to give a little bit of a shout out to Sophie Campbell. And Nickelodeon still has not tweeted. And also, you know, these videos, originally this channel, not about me, about Ninja Turtles, but parts of me leak through, my personality, and they color the channel, my choices, my you know, my decisions, my opinions, and my style, my voice, my words. It's my Ninja Turtles channel. Oh, we got the porn spammers in the chat. You know, I mentioned coronavirus, I mentioned election fraud. All of a sudden I have you know, the CIA knocking down my door, but you know, YouTube can figure that out, but they just can't figure out these porn spammers. You know, porn is fine. You want to give your opinion about elections or coronavirus or climate change? That's not allowed. You want to spam porn? That's fine. So we got them out of here. We got these spammers out of here. But we're moving right on. So the thing is, the channel wasn't supposed to be about me. It's my Ninja Turtles channel, and it's funny. I created this avatar, created a fresh slate. I could just, you know, I created my avatar. I could be a fresh slate. I could be anything I wanted to. I could create myself. And I ended up being just like myself in real life. I'm angry. I'm lashing out at people. I'm saying stuff I regret. I feel guilty. And to an extent, I'm a little ashamed, but that's the way it goes sometimes. I'm happy about it at the same time as well. Like I said, I don't take anything back. Even my little cartoon is wearing a black bandana. Even my little Ninja Turtle cartoon is even my avatar is depressed. But it's good. I've been angry on the show now, and I've been sad as well. When I was doing the Jason David Frank White Power Ranger eulogy, I almost started tearing up at the end. I was talking about death in general. It wasn't really talking about Jason David Frank. I just started talking about death in general. I almost started tearing up, and I just started thinking about life and, you know, family and friends and pets and losing people and how it's really sad. And even a year later, it can really just stick with you. And we all love our family and friends and pets. And I was just, you know, I'd never really done a eulogy before, and I realized I'd given 3 eulogies. I gave one for the White Power Ranger, and for Kevin Conroy, Batman, and for David Warner, who played Professor Jordan Perry. And I'd never given a eulogy before, and it hit me. So I'm learning. I'm getting better every show. Like I said, I apologize for nothing. I take nothing back. I stand by everything I said. Imperfect, whatever. I know I'm not articulate. I can't write well. I can't speak well. But I'm getting better every show, and I'm doing my best, and the best is yet to come. So the best is yet to come. I wanted to let you know I'm still on Twitter, my TMNT channel. My TMNT channel. I posted a video today that I haven't posted anywhere else. I posted a video of the singer of All That Remains and someone else on a talk show, and they mentioned Krang. So I thought it was funny to hear Krang mentioned on a talk show. And the guy from All That Remains, I think he's the singer on All That Remains, a band from a few years ago. They're still making albums and stuff. He retweeted it, so it got about 700 views. So it was a nice little boost on my Twitter. So it was pretty cool to get that on one of my first few tweets. Nice big retweet. I think the guy has like 50,000 followers. So that was neat. Follow me, my TMNT channel, here on Twitter. And that was the wrap up. That was the review of last week. Sorry, that was a long recap, but I felt it was something that needed to be recapped. I wanted to touch on that stuff again and tell you guys I stand by it. I stand by everything I said, and I have a lot to look forward to. We all have a lot to look forward to. In December, of course, there's a lot to look forward to other than me just going on unhinged rants, unhinged emotional angry rants, lashing out at people I don't even know. A lot of cool comics coming out. We had TMNT, The Armageddon Game, number 3, come out last week. Did anybody read The Armageddon Game? And also TMNT number 135. So 2 comics came out last week. It was a doubleheader. I read them both, and I liked them both. And I think I liked 135 more than Armageddon Game. Did you guys like 135 or Armageddon Game better? I liked 135. I think the Armageddon Game, all the different plot threads are finally starting to come together. The exposition, the setup is pulling together, and the tension is tension is ratcheting it up. There's a lot going on. And Alliance number 2 comes out tomorrow. That's going to feature Casey Jones and maybe a little team up with Karai. Can she be trusted? Can Bludgeon the Shark be trusted? SR Striker writes, Leather Krang is no more. Long live Metal Krang. Yeah, we're going to see what happens with those characters. Budward preferred number 135. Me too, Budward. How's it going? And it's going to be exciting. What's up with Bebop Rocksteady? What's up with Old Hob? Can Old Hob be trusted? I really like Old Hob. I think Old Hob is my favorite character in the IDW run. I think Old Hob is my favorite. He's interesting. He's dark. He's conniving. He's a trickster. He's clever. But I love Old Hob. Cool character. And what's up with Venus and Donnie? They're connected. Is she powered by his shell? Is that dragon scale? Is that part of his shell? Why are they connected? What's going on there? But a lot to look forward to. The Armageddon Game, the Alliance, and TMNT 135, all coming out in tomorrow or in the past week. And then we have Saturday Morning Adventures and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to look forward to as well. So they're plugging right along the Armageddon Game checklist. A lot of stuff coming up for the Ninja Turtles comic books, and they've had to push a few of the comics release dates back, but that's okay with me. They're hanging in there pretty well. They're hanging in there pretty well, and a lot of stuff to look forward to in January and next year as well. So, next thing I wanted to mention is statues. Do you guys like collecting statues? Do you have any Ninja Turtle statues? I don't have any. I'm not the biggest statue guy. They're not posable. They're expensive. They're a little bit big and clunky sometimes. I like them, but they're just they're not my thing that I collect. Not my bag. But I saw I saw these statues. This big mural was displayed at a convention in Brazil, the CCXP convention. I'm not that familiar with it, but it happened in Brazil recently, in Sao Paulo, Brazil, I think. And this is how the company Iron Studios decided to showcase their statues. And I know some of these have come out already and some of them are new, but they had this huge mural with the Turtles and Splinter and April and Casey Jones. And they look really cool. I think they're kind of based on the 1987 series. Toidle says they look like the Smite models a little bit. I agree. And they look really good, and I thought it was just an interesting way to display these statues. Even though the statues aren't necessarily for me, like the cost is prohibitive, it's tough to plunk down $300 for a statue. I mean, I love the Ninja Turtles, but they're gonna just kind of sit on my counter and look at me and stare at me, and I don't know. Yeah, I like them, and they're beautiful, and they're really well sculpted, but it's a significant chunk of change to plunk down. So they have a unique design, look a little bit like the 2003 series, a little bit like 1987, and I think each one of these is around 250 bucks or so. And they look really good on this mural, on this giant poster that was displayed in Brazil at the CCXP convention. And I think some of these are already available, some are available for pre-order. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but they look good on that mural, and they look good in their promotional pictures too. This is Donatello, and they come with that sewer. Come with the sewer diorama thing he's standing on. Toidle says Casey's a bit too buff for my liking. Casey is definitely, he's got huge arms. And April looks great as well too. She's kind of got the mussy hair and the yellow jumpsuit. Her face looks a little bit different. Her face doesn't remind me of the 1987 series. I don't know who her face reminds me of. But here's the Casey, looks great, really dynamic pose. He's got the sports equipment. He's photographed well, really dynamic, really well sculpted. And from Brazil, it's neat to see stuff from different countries. And it's neat to see how the art is different in different countries and what people respond to. And a lot of cool stuff coming out of Brazil. A lot of cool stuff Ninja Turtles-wise coming out of Russia. Papyrus recommended a fan comic from Russia, I think. And I'm checking that out, TMT Showdown. And there's a lot of cool stuff coming out from Russia. I did a video on Russian Ninja Turtle statues. And the Casey looks good. So cool stuff coming out of Brazil. And it's neat to see different artists at work, different cultures, and how they produce different art. And one of the coolest things that they've released recently is a big Krang, a big fat Krang statue. And this is definitely the 1987 look of Krang. He's got the little thing on top of his head, the little antenna thing that always got broken off the toy. And the statue looks good. It's big, it's bulky. He's got big old man boobs. Look at those things just hanging there. Big thunder thighs too. This is a chunky Krang, and it's a big statue. I think this thing is about 10 inches tall and looks very realistic. I agree, Miss SR Striker. I agree. Very realistic, big statue. Comes with some accessories as well. So they're not posable, but you can swap out his arms. You can swap out his hands for different accessories, different weapons. And the Krang looks really good too. These things are painted well. These things are designed well. These things are unique and colorful and really cool. And all out of Brazil from Iron Studios, like I said. And the Krang looks just scary. He's got those joysticks and he looks frightening. He's got an angry look on his face. The paint is detailed. You can see the yellow casing around his belly is a little bit beat up and it's weathered. It looks like it's lived in. And even his little hands, his little pudgy hands look cool. So I just thought that was interesting. You know, man boobies aside, I thought that's a personal artist touch. These artists, they're taking risks out there. You got to appreciate that. An artist who takes a risk and gives Krang a big old set of boobs. So cool stuff from Iron Studios in Brazil. About little less than 10 inches tall, a little less than 8 inches wide, and 9 inches deep. So big chunky thing, 4.5 pounds. This thing is a huge, huge statue. 5 pounds, 10 inches tall. This is a big thing. This is a big old boy. And it looks great. Well sculpted. I don't like how Krang's mouth is open. I don't understand that. I wish his face was a little more expressionless like it was in the original cartoon. But, you know, artist's choice, creative differences, artist interpretation. Looks good. And that was the Iron Studios from Brazil statue. Now, a lot of you have said these statues at 300 bucks are a little out of the price range, and I 100% agree. Around the holidays, money can be tight. Buying gifts for everyone and plunking 300 bucks down on a statue for yourself can seem a little bit selfish. I like to give gifts. It really does feel rewarding to give gifts and spread love and love the people that you have disagreements with and be a positive person. And it really is better to give than receive. It is a really interesting thing. It does feel better to give than receive. So if you're looking to give a Ninja Turtles gift that's in your price range, 300 bucks is too much, there are some dollar store Ninja Turtle figures available. Dollar Tree or whatever dollar store you have around. I think these are at Dollar Tree or maybe 99 cents only or something like that. I haven't seen them around me at all, but I saw them online and they look really good for dollar store figures. I think they might be $1.25 now. Maybe these are, you know, with inflation, they're $1.25 figures. Pickle has these. Awesome. Yeah, cool little figures. And they're kind of like a Lego style. I saw someone called them boot Legos. Bootleg Legos, boot Legos. And they're 30 plus bricks a piece. Ninja Turtles figures. Build it yourself. At the dollar store. 30 plus bricks. Very affordable for the holidays. Nice little stocking stuffers, right? Affordable. They want to get the turtles out there and spread the love. And the figures look cool. They come with little instructions, little pictures on the back of the turtles, and they're dollar store figures, but they look cool. They look good for $1, and they're interesting. They're a unique sculpt, kind of based off the 1987 series, the classic design. They have the initial on the belt, and these are Ninja Turtles for everyone. There's not a high barrier to entry to get these turtles. These are turtles that everyone can have. You buy $20 worth of these turtles, you give them out as little gifts throughout the year. I did that from, they had Ninja Turtles keychains at the dollar store a couple years ago, and I bought like 20 of them. I bought $20 worth, and I have them. I give them out as little gifts and stuff like that, little stocking stuffers, and it's a cool little gift to have around. Just $20, you get these little giveaway Ninja Turtles gifts, and these are definitely in that price range and that style of gift. You can give these to a kid, or do something nice for the holidays. And I gotta say, I don't advertise on this channel. I don't have advertisements running. I don't have super chats turned on. If you guys feel like doing something to throw me a few bucks, instead of throwing me a few bucks, buy a Ninja Turtles figure for a kid. Donate a toy to a toy drive. Buy a Ninja Turtles comic for a kid. Read a Ninja Turtles comic to a kid. Do something good for someone else. If you want to thank me, spread the Ninja Turtles love and be nice to someone else. So maybe get these figures for someone in your life. Dollar store figures, really cool. It feels nice to give a gift. Even if it's a little dollar store gift, they're cool, and it's rewarding to give a gift instead of receiving it. And they're little figures. They're like an inch or two tall. Here are the figures with some other Ninja Turtle figures. But, it's a nice little gift for the holidays. Turtles for everyone. Turtles for everyone. And yeah, they have a unique shape, unique design. They kind of have a little block head, which is weird. They remind me of they have a complete square block head, but I don't know. Pretty cool. Unique design, weird looking figures, very geometric figures with the circles and the triangles and the square head, but they're cool dollar store figures. So you want to thank me, give a toy to a toy drive, or buy a Ninja Turtles toy for someone you know, or just read to someone you know. Do something nice for someone else. Spread the Ninja Turtles love, and be a good person, all that kind of stuff. So something cool for the fans. These cheap toys. Nice, cheap, affordable Ninja Turtles toys. Perfectly in time for the holidays. Perfect little stocking stuffer. Perfect for people on a budget. Be nice to be able to get everyone a statue that if you could get everyone one of these Krang statues, you'd be doing pretty well. You just throw these things out. Make it rain Krang statues. But if not, the dollar store figures work pretty well for everyone. So next thing I wanted to talk about that's good for the fans, dollar store figures, good for the fans. And I also wanted to talk about a 10-person collaboration, a 10-person artist collaboration. Good for the fans as well. 10 fans, 10 artists came together and did the most thorough, professional Ninja Turtles collaboration I've seen in a while. They have great presentation, very professional. And they did this kind of jam session for a piece of art. 10 artists got together and did a jam session for a piece of art. And even their cover page, I looked at their cover page, and it's a GIF. It started changing. So it was a really cool cover page. Just even the cover page alone, I was impressed at the fact that they made it a GIF or a GIF instead of just a static image. So these 10 artists got together. I think they're from all over. And it has here, this project is a tribute to the entire Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles history throughout every media from 10 different artists. Grab a slice and enjoy. Freshly made for the fans. So they have a nice little intro that explains what they're doing, and it's really cool. It's really nice that these 10 artists got together, and the 10 artists, every single one of them is good and unique. So I think pretty much what happened here is each artist took a different character and put their kind of own unique spin on it. So this is a really well thought out, fully realized fan project. They brought together 10 people, and they all put their own spin on the Turtles. They all had their own unique artisan spin, and it came together really well. It looks natural. They all have their own styles. But like I said, comes together really well, and they all look so unique. You can see Raph in the front. Raph is looking big just like that Krang statue. Raph's a big boy in the front like the Krang statue. TMNT Fan 47 says, April is looking fine. April's looking fine. And Raphael has that Wu-Tang Clan necklace. Donnie's got some goggles. Casey's in the background. You see Splinter. They're all there. And everyone looks unique. And there's so much stuff going on in the background, too. They even brought in a guy that does graffiti. So you can see that there is graffiti in the background. So even some graffiti is going on there. They've got everything going on. It's really interesting. Really cool that they have graffiti in the background. You can see Bebop is there, and there's a whole bunch of stuff in the background. They even provided a little like behind the scenes thing, how it came together. Their rough pictures and how the rough design came together, and all the different artists and how they designed the background and added stuff and moved it around, and they had little placekeepers and lighting. Really a lot goes into this kind of thing. Really, really cool stuff. So really interesting stuff as well. And if that wasn't enough, the 10 artist collaboration, they gave little bios for each one of the characters that they drew and some of their creative decisions, their artistic decisions about why they drew them the way they did. So they kind of pulled back the curtain a little bit, and they're explaining how the sausage is made, and they give all the artists different names, and everyone gives a little shout out. You see Raphael here with his Wu-Tang Clan necklace, and kind of looks like he has that Notorious B.I.G. cap, and they all have a unique style, and it's really interesting how they gave their thoughts behind this. They gave their thoughts behind why they made the choices they did instead of just drawing it in a unique way. You got Michelangelo here. He's got a mustache. He's just got this thin little dirty looking mustache. And he even has a McDonald's M on his belt. Like he's into fast food. He has the M on his belt instead of Michelangelo. It's a McDonald's belt. I thought that was funny. I thought that was cool. And it's pretty neat that they give who each artist drew, and they have a unique take on all of them. You got Donatello here. He's kind of got an urban thing with the spray paint in the background. He looks smart though. He's kind of a little dorky, but cool at the same time. And you got a dark looking Master Splinter here. A little bit of the IDW kind of dark look. A little bit of the classic 1987 look. Really, really cool how they decided to put all this stuff into the figures here, and how they gave the characters their own unique spin, and how they gave them personality. And they found ways to show the character's personality. They don't need to tell us the personality. They can just show it via the visual cues and via the visual distinctions between each turtle. They even did Venus. Venus de Milo, the female turtle. She's a typical cool-looking teenager, according to the artist here. And it's really cool that they had all the unique takes on all the turtles, and even Jenica was featured with her Shredder-type Wolverine claws. So they went for it with everyone. Even Venus and Jenica are included, and Splinter and Casey. The whole crew, everyone's involved. 10 artists, 10 Ninja Turtle characters. And here's April O'Neil. So a classic April design, yellow jumpsuit, very cute kind of anime look, kind of childish almost, very big eyes, and little sneakers, a little bit neat looking. And Casey, kind of a dark Casey. He's carrying a chain. He's got some high boots. He looks a little bit tough. He's got raggedy clothes, and they give their inspiration and their design. It's really interesting. It's really cool how they give their inspiration and what brought them to drawing it like this. So it's really cool to see a punk Casey, as Budward says here. Very unique take, really realistic take. And you can't forget the Shredder, of course. Someone had to draw the bad guy, and he's even got spikes on his shoes, and he's got a big necklace with a big S on it. So he's rocking a chain. Raphael is rocking a big chain. These are cool urban take on the Turtles and Shredder. Really nice stuff going on here. But just wanted to give a little shout out to the artists behind all this. 10 artists, 10 character profiles, 10 artists coming together. And they give a bunch of credits too. Whoops. They give the credits about even who did the background line art. It's really interesting to see who did the background line art. Let me see if I can move this real fast. I can show you around the back here. There's so much stuff going on in the background. I'm going to be able to move this around. Yeah, you can see there's different logos in the background and different references to other parts of Ninja Turtles history and different like little inside Ninja Turtles jokes. So even the background is chocked full of little references and little tributes to previous versions of the Turtles. You can even see Usagi Yojimbo, The Last Ronin is drawn on the wall. Batman, the animated series, is drawn on the wall. So they give credit to everybody in the back. They have great credits on this, who did the background line art. And everything is really well deserved. Like I said, very thorough, very professional fan art. This isn't something like me just drawing Ninja Turtles in MS Paint, like the stuff I do for the thumbnails and the little promotional posts I do. This isn't me just drawing a bandana on Kanye West. This is a lot better than that. So really great stuff. Background color looks great. The shading, the lighting. It's amazing how they do all this stuff. And even the graffiti artist has even given a little credit. So these guys are great with the credit and giving everyone credit and plugs and all the hard work. See a Daredevil comic and Leatherhead there. So even the background graffiti guy gets a little plug, gets his credits, and all the artists give their social medias and who they drew, and they all have Twitter and Instagram. I guess that's part of being an artist nowadays, is you have to have Twitter and Instagram. It's can't just be an artist anymore and make a painting and expect people to see it. You got to go out there and do, self-promotion and all that kind of stuff. That's got to be tough for artists. I mean, 100 years ago, artists were Vincent van Gogh. They were out there cutting off their ears, and now they're on Twitter and Instagram. It's tough. But they give all their social medias, and it's really cool to see how these 10 people came together for a project, all working together for the Ninja Turtles. So everyone is out there spreading the word for the Ninja Turtles. And they even end with a nice little thank you. So they're nice and gracious, and they're good fans, and they give their plugs again at the end, and a lot of plugs, a lot of artist plugs. They're doing it for free, so they got to get their credit and recognition somehow. They say thank you. So what a well thought out, professional, thorough piece of fan art. I don't know if that's ever going to be topped as far as fan art goes. They got a whole project. That's a whole production they have going on there. That is a whole production. So Mr. Turtle says, can we have a T? Let's get a T in the chat for that fan art production. T for Turtles. T for Turtles for the wonderful job those fans did. And they did a great job. T for Turtles. T for thank you for that wonderful fan art. So we type a T in your name. So that is T for Turtles. And the next thing I wanted to mention is kind of about the Christmas shows. Been doing a Christmas show every Saturday leading up to Christmas. It's going to be every Saturday, including Christmas Eve Saturday, doing a Ninja Turtles Christmas themed show about everything Ninja Turtles and everything Christmas related in the Ninja Turtles world. And just to give you a little tease of the kind of stuff we go over, this is a fan-made comic that I was going to include, but didn't have time for it, so I wanted to just quickly go over some of the stuff that you could see on Saturday's live stream, last Saturdays and next Saturdays and the Saturday after that. So it's going to be great to see stuff like this on the Christmas show. This isn't necessarily a Christmas themed thing, but it is about gift giving at a certain time of the year, so I think it's a Christmas story. It's called The Scarf, and it's by someone named Hamster Master Samster. That's their name that they go by on Tumblr, or Hamster and Turtle Soup. So it starts off with Raphael in a hammock knitting, and he says, "Hey Sensei, can I talk to you for a sec?" Master Splinter says, "What is wrong, Raphael?" And Raphael's a little bit nervous. You can tell he's a little bit awkward, and he hands Master Splinter the scarf in a kind of a weird way. Raphael's a little bit awkward. It's tough for Raphael. And Master Splinter says, "You have made this for me?" And Raphael's a little awkward. He says, yeah, I mean, if you like it didn't turn out great, but I figured it gets, cold down here this time of year, and I thought, it's fine if you don't want it, I'll gag Mikey with it. He starts rambling. And Splinter is such a good leader. He's such a father. He's so nice. He reaches out and he touches Raphael's hand. He says, "Raphael, it is a fine and thoughtful gift, and no doubt the result of many hours of hard work. Truly, I am honored." So Splinter says thank you very nicely. Splinter is just such a good leader, such a good father. Raphael's sputtering and mumbling, and, Splinter just cuts to the core and says, "Raphael, thank you." And he says, "Thank you, my son." And Raphael's bashful. He's awkward, but he wanted to give Splinter a nice gift. It's cold this time of year. And it ends with Splinter enjoying his nice scarf And Raphael peeking in on the background with Splinter enjoying a hot cup of tea wearing his nice new scarf. And that's a nice Christmas story. The end. The Scarf by Hamster Master Samster. And you could find Hamster Master Samster or hamsterandturtlesoup.tumblr.com. Great story, great little holiday stories. The nice little cute holiday stories about the wonders of gift giving. Like I said, why do we give gifts at the holidays? Why do you give gifts to people you like? It's about family. Why do you give a gift? You want the people you love to be happy. And if you can give them a gift that makes them happy, it's a really nice thing to do. And like I mentioned earlier, that's what the season's all about. Giving gifts, spreading the love, coming together with people you disagree with, loving them, crossing those bridges, getting over those disagreements, because our time here is temporary. And the people you love might not always be around. And, you know, a year after they're gone, you may miss them. Might miss them every day. So be good to the people around you. Be good this holiday season. And I will see you on Saturday for the next installment of our Christmas-themed Ninja Turtles streams here on My Ninja Turtles channel, YouTube. Type a T in the chat for the Turtles. T for Turtles and T for Tis the Reason for the season. Got a lot of good Ninja Turtle stuff going on right now. And I'm really happy all of you could join me. T for thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you sticking with me through thick and thin, through ups and downs, through angry outbursts and sad outbursts, and everything in between. And I just wanted to say T for thank you, T for all of you. And I guess I'll see you on Saturday for our next installment, like I mentioned. Make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube and Rumble. Follow on Twitter, my TMNT channel. No update on a Discord yet, Budward, but I think that's something I'm going to be thinking about soon. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you on Saturday. Make sure to like and subscribe. Live stream every Saturday, every Tuesday here on My Ninja Turtles channel. This has been the Ninja Turtles show. Ugh. That's a lot of stuff, huh? What a show today. Guess there's just one thing left to say, right? Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment and share this video. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more Ninja Turtles videos like this.